Welcome back to another episode of The Dish. As always, I'm Jalen Russell. This is Jalen Gray, giving you the latest from the NBA. This week, we're going to some awards for these guys, or just kind of looking ahead to see what could happen. First off, is Carmelo Anthony a Hall of Famer right now?
I don't even understand why you're asking me this question. He's obviously a Hall of Famer. He's a perennial All-Star. He's one of the most prolific scorers the NBA has ever seen.
One of the most prolific scorers. He's only won one scoring title. How, like, if he's not even a prolific scorer of his time, how can he
averaged under 20 points per game since he was a rookie.
Right, but look at his offensive rating per 100 possessions.
You don't think it's impressive?
He's only putting in 108 points per game, and then per 100 possessions, and then 107 he's giving up. So he's only 1 point better than who he's guarding.
I think
on any given night, he's 1 point better than anyone he's guarding.
I don't think you realize that they don't sit there with laptops and like look at stats and like, oh, what was his per and stuff like that. They're literally looking at who's going to be remembered from this era, and you can't skip over. You can't say LeBron, D Wade, and Kobe and all of them without putting Carmelo Anthony in the conversation.
What has he won?
He's had terrible teams. You can't even compare the rosters that he's had.
LeBron at least went to the finals with that terrible Cavs team.
He's also LeBron. I don't think that everybody that makes it to the Hall of Fame is at LeBron's level.
And when you look at it, you've got guys like KD, LeBron James,
who are also first
Kawhi
Hall of Famers.
Grant Hill.
Okay.
All these guys are small forwards of this era that are better than Carmelo Anthony, hands down.
You're saying Grant Hill is better than Carmelo Anthony?
Without a doubt.
Oh, wow. He was injured for half his career. What are you talking about?
Whenever I see Melo play against my team, I'm not scared that he's going to go off. He might score, but I know that our guy will probably score just as many points because he doesn't do anything on defense.
Okay. I'm just saying, Rick Barry, Chris Mullins, Dominique Wilkins, they never won anything either.
All have better offensive and defensive ratings than Melo does, but that's all right.
Okay.
Moving on, if you're picking one big man to start a roster with, any big man all time to start a team with right now, who are you going with?
All right, if you guys haven't noticed, this is sort of the show where I have to straighten Jalen out because he's sort of getting a little wacky in the head. We're 2 months away from the beginning of the season, so he's kind of getting a little creative. But anybody who watches basketball, any sane basketball fan, knows that Shaq is the most dominant center of all time.
Right. I'll give you that.
There's no question. He's 6th all-time in scoring, all-time leader in field goal percentage, 8th in blocks, 14th in rebounding.
Shaq is dominant.
4 rings, 3 Finals MVPs.
Right.
I mean, I could go on.
Dominant. I'll give you that. But look at a guy like Anthony Davis. And now I know you're going to think I'm crazy because there's guys like The Dream, Patrick Ewing, all those Kareem.
Alonzo Mourning.
But okay, all those guys are out there. But Anthony Davis, 253 pounds, 6'10". He's not that undersized.
He just got big.
He's not that undersized. David Robinson was 256.
Okay.
Ewing was 240.
He was also
size-wise, he's not that bad. All right, he's 6'10" and crazy athletic. Dude can jump out of the gym.
Okay.
And look at versatility. If I'm starting a team, he can play 3 to 5. He's quick enough to guard threes. He's working on his three-point shot, so he can step out there. A guy like Shaq's gonna have to guard him all over the court. He can beat Shaq down the court.
Okay, I don't think Shaq would ever guard him. That would be terrible coaching if he put Shaq on Anthony Davis.
And I mean, Shaq struggled with a guy like David Robinson, who was physical. Wasn't that heavy, but was tall, could get his hands up. Anthony Davis is a lanky guy. And when you look at his over his first 3 years, finished 15th, 4th, and 1st in the league.
Yeah,
LeBron's first 3 years, 48th, 6th, 2nd. And LeBron's going to be one of the best players ever, if not the best player ever.
Anthony Davis is one of the most versatile players we've ever seen come into the league. He just happened to be a guard that got very tall.
Exactly.
So he has a lot of skills that big men don't have.
Exactly.
But, I mean, he's only been in the league 3 years.
So he hasn't even hit his prime yet.
I mean, yeah, his ceiling is high, but we don't.
Like as high as it can get.
I get where you're coming from. He's a very exciting prospect.
Give him a roster.
I'd like to go
with
proven greatness. Shaq, the only other big man to win a scoring championship besides David Robinson in the last 30 years, and he did it twice.
Hey, I think Anthony Davis would be able to put something together, and like I said, he hasn't even reached his ceiling yet. That's all we have for you guys this week, though. Thanks for watching. Have a good week.